Again, welcome to Learning League with L3 IRD. I am Bird, hosting some words, something like that, but hopefully going to be helping you guys out learning the game of League of Legends. I am loving it, loving playing with it, and I'm loving being on the show for Definitive Esports. Again, you can check them out at Definitive or d-esports.com. And again, we are going to be starting up with a little bit of an overview of League of Legends. Again, League of Legends is a 5v5 or 3v3 kind of matchup. You can have it any other way you want it to in customs, but usually it's 5v5 or 3v3. You have champions that fight against each other, beat up each other, and, do stuff. Pretty much, though, it's just a fun game that you guys can get together with your friends or get together with other people like these fine people in the background named Activia and TagFane. Hello, how are you guys doing today?
Doing great, thank you very much.
Doing well, thanks for having me.
Again, guys, what do you think about League of Legends? Like, for a basic standard, like, what's up with League of Legends right now? And then League of Legends in general, too.
Go ahead,
TagFane.
attack.
Yeah.
Okay. League of Legends is a very fun, MOBA. It originally started with Dota and Warcraft 3. It eventually kind of moved out to be like, one of the, actually League of Legends, I believe, is like one of the biggest games out there currently in the world. A lot of people play it. I think they said there's about 37 million accounts out there right now, worldwide. It's a very fun. It's a very fun game. Very fast-paced game. A lot of things happen in the game, and it's just overall just kind of a great experience. You just want to keep kind of playing over and over again, and then just keep playing with different champions. I mean, we got I think over 90 champions out there, and it just kind of gives a nice, unique kind of blend of styles that you see. It's not the same thing over and over again.
Definitely indeed. Tevia, do you have any thoughts about this as well?
I'd have to agree. I'd almost go as far to say is that it's addicting because you have so much variety, so many different techniques. It's great to play with your friends. I love that there's so much, so many choices between all the different champions you can play, and they're always bringing out new ones. I got hooked really easily. My friends started playing with me, and then I was like, you know what, I want to start doing this pretty seriously. So I play it every day. It's free to play, which is really fantastic. It's the best free game out there. I've given them enough money and skins to actually have purchased a real game, but it's free for you guys, and it's super fun. I would recommend it to anyone, even beginners up to people who PvP at a very high level.
Yeah, definitely. The competition aspect of League of Legends. I mean, the prize pool was 5 million for season 2, and like season 1 I think was 1 million or something. But it's still growing, and it's a ever growing some game that has like almost over 50 million people, I think, registered users. Slash, I mean, it's still growing. I mean, it's growing in Korea, growing in America, growing all around the world. So definitely, if you want to get in on the fun, at least the fun aspect of it is really good. But also there's the gaming aspect of it. It's really something to venture into if you are a really competitive gamer or anything. We are going to go to picks and bans. The first show today, we're going to be showing up carries. So carries in general are people that do a lot of damage to the team. So you want to have either an AP carry or an AD carry. First, we're going to be talking over AP carries really quickly. We're going to go to champ select. So AP carries, I'm going to be playing something really basic called Annie. She's a very bursty kind of AP carry that does a lot of damage. But there's other AP carries. Can you explain more, TechFang?
Yeah, there's a lot of different AP carries. They have a lot of different type of roles. You have some that push. Some that are really good at killing champions. Bursting them down from 100 to 0. I mean, all these different types of AP champions kind of go pull together. A lot of them generally go mid lane. And the champion I have right now is Mordekaiser. He's a push champion. It doesn't. Is an interesting concept about him is that he doesn't require mana. He actually draws from his own HP to deal damage to the to creeps, do damage to opponents, and he builds up a shield that that kind of absorbs attacks. So it's a very interesting type of play style, and it's unique, to the champion itself.
Definitely, dude. I was supposed to say for Annie. I mean, definitely in all AP champions, you have four abilities, or in every champion you have four abilities. This one will be explained actually in game, but usually for AP champion, you do more damage with your abilities than with your auto attacks.
Yeah.
Octavia?
Oh
So
yeah, I was gonna agree there. If you go AD, that's when the auto attacks really start to smart because you get your attack damage. But an AB carry relies on their spells to do damage, whether it be crowd control, just straight up burst, or damage over time as well. All of those factor into what you play. I actually chose Ari. She's a relatively new champion. She's very fun to play, very easy to pick up, very versatile, and very viable in the high-end PvP of League of Legends. So
yeah, definitely indeed. The usual for AP carry is you have the burst type of champion where they do a lot of damage. You have kind of maneuverability, but they can poke around, use positioning for damage, and then lastly you have just kind of tanky, get in there in the face and try to do some stun or kind of root damage as well. Okay. So right now, usual startup for an AP carry and middle is general basic thing you want to start out with is maneuverability, because in middle lane we are going to be pros or going to have a lot of people coming at you. You can have people coming from this lane at top or even in the jungle. So saying that you can get a lot of damage early if you can afford it, definitely you can, but if you kind of get ganked or kind of get killed in the early go, it's definitely something needed if you can get some maneuverability and get some damage as well.
it's true. A lot of your focus should be on farming, which is very, very important to all carries. They want to get as much money as they can so they can get the gear that they need to be able to carry the team later on, which is where the term actually comes from, I'm pretty sure. You will see a little bit of what they call trading, where I will smack them and then they'll smack me back and then we'll go back to farming. It's very civil. Or you'll have carries that are very aggressive and who will just push really hard and try and get you out of the lane, which it really depends on the champion that you have. Each one is good at certain things, so.
Yeah, definitely indeed. Really quick as well, since the early go is going to be kind of waiting, usually at the 2 minute mark everything starts to come together. So it's a little interesting start up, but definitely you'll get a lot of action. There's always timing to think about this game. It's a lot of strategy going into it. Other than getting executor or something early, you can definitely get a lot out of it in the early go.
Yeah, and
What happened there? Did you
um
suicide?
well I'm trying Mordekaiser as a jungler, which jungler is something
Oh.
that goes into the there's a little neutral minions here on the side as well. You want to try to go over and kill them to gain experience and gank the lanes, but Mordekaiser does not work as a very good jungler. This is a life lesson you should probably learn. But he's a very strong mid laner that you guys should definitely check out.
Yeah, he became popular very recently after a tournament where someone saw him rocking mid with a lot of spell vamp and being able to just push and take the damage that a lot of AP carries can put out. So he's not a traditional, well, he's becoming a traditional mid laner, but he didn't used to.
Yep,
He
definitely
used to be a top.
indeed. Right now I'm just trying to get on Tibia. Right now I got a level on my Q and a level on my W. My W is Incinerate. It's a AoE kind of fire burst that does a lot of bit of damage at the early go, so definitely activity will have to watch out for that. And also the Q, the Incinerate, is a kind of a single target burst AoE damage. Lastly but not leastly, the two other kind of skills I have is Molten Shield. Molten Shield is the kind of a absorby damagey type, so that I can absorb more damage and then actually the shield actually deals damage a little bit back. And then Tibbers, which we'll see later, is a
we
very,
will.
very nice little combo. Really quickly,
Yeah.
also with Annie, her passive, after you cast a certain amount of spells, you get a stun charge, which is this, Energize. You can stun
Here.
down a champion and, you know, do whatever you want. You want to chain that, usually with a lot of damage, a lot of skill bursts and everything. Do you want to go and explaining a little bit of art really quickly?
Sure, absolutely. Ari is quickly becoming one of my favorite champions. Like I said, she's relatively new. She was introduced to celebrate the server opening in Korea, I believe, if I'm not just talking randomly here. She is a very mobile, assassin-y type AP, which is my, my preferred type of AP player. I also play LeBlanc, who that's her bread and butter, is just being a sneaky assassin and then killing you in 2 hits. Like I said, Ari has extreme mobility. She also is one of the few AP champions that has a taunt, which is this, if you will let me demonstrate. So you throw it out, and then the champion is forced to walk toward you for, I think it is
For like
1
a second right
second.
now.
Yeah, well, level 1, it's 1 second, which is still enough time for me to land an orb. So yeah, her moves are Orb of Deception, which is this. It goes out, it comes back in, and it does magic damage going in and true damage coming back, which is really important in later game, because you're going to be doing a truckload of damage to these people who have lots of armor and stuff. Her second move is Foxfire. It's 3 little fiery orbs that kind of rotate around her and auto lock on the nearest target. This does work on creeps, so you gotta be careful if you really wanted to hit a champion. And then her last is her ult, which I will show you very shortly. It is one of the most fun ults in the game. You basically hop 3 times while doing AoE damage. It's great for escaping, it's great for pursuing, it's great in team fights. It's a fantastic ultimate.
Definitely, indeed, and about to fight back. So we're gonna be engaging on each other soon. Hopefully, I don't get first blood. But then again, also I'm not a AP champion player, but I can show you all how to play it. So hopefully, indeed, whenever you're ready. I think we're both ready, right?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck to you too. I hate Tibbers. I still have nightmares about Antibot, I'm just saying.
Oh, and she gets the first blood.
Oh no! Oh no!
Great timing
I
from
saw that.
Octavia right there, using her charm while I was stunned down. I couldn't do anything. So literally, she did so much damage with that charm that she landed with her E. And then after that, she just bursted me down really easily. Like, I could only respond with bursting her back, but it only got her to like 1 HP. 1 HP
That was
should be too
very, very
much.
close.
Indeed. But yeah,
Yeah, charm. It's GG from there.
yeah. Annie is a really old kind of style champion. I think she's from Alpha, so definitely, you know, you can go pick her up really easily in the store for like 450 IP, or you can buy the I think it's like $20 of beginner pack. Pretty much you get 30 champions plus $10 RP back plus this skin, the Goth Annie skin that I'm wearing right now. So definitely think about that if you wanna, start up playing. But definitely, check in first. Look into League of Legends first, and then check whatever champions you wanna play. There are 95 champions right now in the champion pool, so there's a lot of things to be played. And they do give free champions, not like on before, where you can have like all the champions already in the game. But definitely, you can have a little bit of awesome stuff. Anything else to say, Attack Fan, really quickly, while you were jungling?
Juggling Mordekaiser
While
as
you're
number
trying
1.
to gank me, I see.
Yeah, basically the main goal for there's a thing for AP carries as well. During laning phase, if you do take down your mid lane opponent, you can go to the mid. You're gonna go to the top and bottom lanes, and then you can go help the lanes out there. And we do have action here. You know, Bird's just doing his ultimate, and so same thing with Octavia, but he does get the
Oh,
kill off. So Bird has 1-1 against Annie.
nice
Or, I mean,
job.
against Ari. But yeah, you sometimes, especially like what right now when Bird is pushing the lane here, I think that he could do is go bottom or top lane and try to get a gank there because then he can help out your team. And a concept here too is when you have your lane pushed up like this, you can actually take the race from the enemy jungler. What it does is actually gets the jungler behind, and at the same time, it allows you to gain some more experience and get some more CS and keep farming a lot more efficiently.
Definitely, if you're already pushed up to the tower and stuff, you want to do that. Also, you can do that to your friendly jungler, but yeah, I would ask before that. I'm not gonna ask my friendly jungler right now because it can kind of feed, but yeah.
I see. I just want to point out, guys, if you are a mid laner, it can be very dangerous. I tend to ward both of the side brush here, just to prevent ganks. There are other areas to ward as well. You can ward up here if they're going to be sneaky and come from the side instead of through the bush, because a lot of the time they're just going to assume that you warded and try to find another venue to come attack you, and then you can ward on this side as well. You always want to keep yourself safe. AB carries are squish balls. They have, they tend to build a little tankier as far as like spell vamp, as you see from my Hextech revolver here, or they get a Rod of Ages, which gives them health as the game progresses. But generally, you want to be in the back, pounding everyone down, not in the front lines.
Unless you're that type of champion that just want to get in front. Again, guys, like if you're just want to have fun too. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's not really recommended, but it's cool to do all the damages in front too. Like with Annie, you can do that kind of and get away with it because you do have a stun charge. But yeah, it's not recommended. But you know what? Sometimes you just want to have fun and troll people as everybody would want to do, and just get the damage in. Yeah. Like that. Oh, wow.
Oh no, you had another stun up, really?
Yeah.
Nice job.
Thank you. Okay, so other than that, like Ativia said, I also like warding this brush and this brush indeed, because you can get vision pretty much of two areas, plus you can get vision of people entering in through race and through blue.
Yeah.
Other than that, the last concept, which we'll maybe see during the next game we're going to do, is going to be blue, and taking that as well. Can you explain that really quickly, attack line, before we go?
Yeah, generally what the jungler can do, right now I'm really, really behind. That blue is absolutely destroying me at this phase. What you want to do is you kind of want to leash the blue. The blue does give a mana regen buff and a cooldown reduction for for pretty much anyone that has it. So it's best to give it to your AP carry. Right here we're doing blue. We should be able to take it, and he does take it. He has I think it's 20% cooldown reduction, and I think it's like 15 MP5 increase, and that really is big for the lane. Look how quickly Bird is regenerating his mana. And another thing I want to talk about wards as well is that you could actually ward right here from Bird's perspective, and that's where, like, just in case you're being really aggressive, you're pushing lane constantly, and you want to keep constantly taking that race, you can actually put a ward right here, and then you have vision of right where Mordekaiser is standing right here. So you have vision of the race and when they're actually up, so you can kind of keep taking them over and over again.
Yep, definitely indeed. Other than that, AP carries, they're really fun to play. They are very bursty and very killy. Definitely you don't have to, CS as much as you would bottom lane, which we'll be talking about next. But it's definitely just a really fun game, really fun concept to play. And we're gonna try to go attack each other. Activities try to fish off. I think you got me. Yay! Okay. So we're gonna go and move on to the next thing really quickly. Again, guys, this is Definitive Esports Learning League, episode 1.
No.
Episode
You
1
ignited me.
of carries. Be right
Nice
back,
job.
guys. Give me a second, and we're gonna go take a little break.